Nowadays, every one of us are widely using an application that is called Zoom, right? It is a Zoom application that what we are using widely, isn't it? Now, a Zoom is an example for the web application. So, one specialty about the web application is they are network centric. About the web application is they are network centric. Means what? Only when you are having internet or only when you are having network, then only you can access such type of applications. Hello, I am KVSS Ramakrishna, working as assistant professor in the department of CSC Vigyans Nirula. Today I would like to introduce a concept that is what is called as unique nature of web applications, unique nature of web apps. See, in short we can say that web applications are nothing but web apps. Okay, now we are going to see the details. Now, what a website consists of in early years, in early days. So, in older days, a website normally consists of a set of hypertext files. What files? They are hypertext files. Normal text, we know it, and hypertext is somewhat different from the normal text. Do you understand it? Hypertext means what? It is going to what these hypertext files presents. These hypertext files are going to present normal text with a limited graphics. With a limited amount of graphics, they are going to present a normal text. Such type of files are called as hypertext files, and normally the older websites that what we have seen so far, they contain this set of hypertext files. Now, what the hypertext files present? They are going to present the information with the text and limited graphics. Now, we are going to see about what a website contains in nowadays. Nowadays websites, you are seeing the websites nowadays, they are entirely different from the older days. Why? Let us check it out. Now, in the nowadays websites, they are actually containing two capabilities. One is they are having the computing capability along with the content presentation capability. So, as the older websites, they are also going to present the content in the form of text and limited graphics, but nowadays websites are going to extend their functionality by presenting audio data, video data, and animations and images, pictures, document files like PDF and PPTs, whatever might be the information. Nowadays websites are able to give the presentation of such type of data to its end users or customers. For example, we are all using Zoom. Via Zoom, you are able to see my video lectures, you are able to hear my voice, you are able to see my PPTs what I am sharing with you, and you are able to see all the pictures, images, document files or notes in the form of MS Word files, etc. etc. You are able to see it. Why? Because nowadays websites or web applications are going to support it. Now we are going to see about how this is achieved. See, since how the modern websites are able to do that. See, this concept is achieved with the help of a concept called as augmentation of HTML. What is that? Augmentation of HTML. What do you mean by the augmentation? Enhancing the capability of HTML. What do you mean by HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. We are going to extend the capability of HTML by using two software tools. One is by using Java and second one is by using XML. Now, we are going to see about the importance of web application. What is the importance of web applications? Web applications, they are not only they are going to work as a standalone function, means what? User can download them and install them on their cell phones, on their PCs, on their laptops, etc. etc. So, it works as a standalone function for them. What? A web application, and but also it can be integrated, all the web applications can be integrated with the corporate databases also. Do you understand? So, these web applications are having two important capabilities. One is they may be working as a standalone application, and as well as they can integrate with the corporate databases. Do you understand? Now, we are going to think about the first attribute of the web application. Every web application will be having certain desired attributes. What do you mean by an attribute? It is a characteristic. What do you mean by characteristic? As a person, we are having our own characteristics. My height is one characteristic, my weight is one characteristic, my age is one characteristic, my Aadhaar card number is my characteristic. Like that we are having our own characteristics. Okay. Similarly, a web application will also be having certain characteristics. We say them as characteristics or properties or attributes. Both of them are same. All the three of them are same. Attributes, if you say attributes is okay, characteristics is okay, properties is also the same. Now what the first characteristic that what we are going to see is the aesthetics. What do you mean by the aesthetics? Aesthetics is mainly related with the look and feel only. See, whenever you are going to build a web application, you always should take care that this web application gives a pleasant look and feel to its end users or customers. See, if you design a web application in such a way that it contains heavy graphics, animations, even to load that web application itself, load the website itself, it takes a lot of time. So such things should not be there. Means whenever you see a web application, the interface that is provided by the web application should be as pleasant as possible. See, it is the main secret behind the success of a web application. If you design a web application where the look and feel is whose look and feel is very good, then there is a higher chance that the web application that what you have developed may get success in the market. That's what is called as aesthetics, look and feel. Now the second property that what we are going to see about is the security. Now don't you think that whenever you are using web application, you are going to send certain data which is very sensitive, right? What type of data that can be sensitive? You may be having a debit card information, credit card information. Now we are going to see such type of things in security. Now let me explain the things. How the web applications are made available. See, normally web applications are made available via internet or via network only. You are seeing our video lectures or online lectures via Zoom web app only. Is it right or not? Yes. Now in order to access the Zoom web app, in order to listen to our video lectures or see our video lectures or online lectures, you need to get connected with an internet or at least with a network. Otherwise you can't view the video lectures, you can't watch the video lectures. So we can say that the web applications are always made available via a network or internet. So that's what is called as a web application, how it can made available. Now we are going to see about, is it possible to limit the population of the end users? No, obviously we can't limit the population of end users. End users means what? Customers or clients. Well, suppose that 1 million people are using Zoom right now. In the coming year or after 2 years, the number of users that are applying that are using the Zoom maybe not 1 million, maybe far above that, means 2 millions or 3 millions. So we can't limit the population of the end users. So the answer is, it is very difficult to limit that. Okay, now we are going to see what type of content needs to be protected and how. As I mentioned earlier, there will be some sensitive information. What type of sensitive information? It may be our credit card number, it may be our debit card number, it may be our bank account, it may be our passport number, it may be our voter ID card number, it may be any other thing which is very confidential to us. These are the called as sensitive information, and these sensitive information, when you are sending them via a web application, needs to get protected. How we are going to do that? That is a big question. We are going to have certain security modes. What we are going to have? Certain security modes, and these security modes are implemented throughout the web application infrastructure. Do you got it? So since we are going to share most sensitive data with the web application, so certain security modes should be there which are going to give protection to our sensitive information. Throughout the infrastructure of the web application, such security should be provided. Now we are going to see about the next property called as immediacy. What is the meaning of the word immediacy? Urgency. What is the mean by urgency? See, as quickly as possible. Oh, let us think about that property. Now what is immediacy? That's what is my question, and it is what is nothing but the compelling need. It is the forcing need to get the software as early as possible into the market. Let me give you an example. Suppose that you want to develop a new application, web application that won't exist before. In order to develop the web application, your competitors will also be there, right? They may also try to develop such similar type of web application. What is your caution now? You have to develop that web application before they develop, and you have to release the web application that what you have developed before they release into the market. That's what is called as an immediacy. The next property that what we are going to deal about is availability. Now under this availability concept, I am going to ask you a question. Is 100% availability of web application is possible? No. Obviously, the concept or answer is no. Why we can't make our web application to be accessible 24 by 7 by 365? Do you understand that? 24 by means what? 24 hours per day. 7 means what? 7 days per week. And 365 means what? 365 days per year. Is it possible to make your web application available throughout the entire year, throughout the entire 24 hours per day and throughout the 7 days per week? The answer is no, it is not at all possible. 100% availability is not sure. Now, what the users of a web application demands? Normally, the users of any web application demands that 24 by 7 by 365. Why? Because they want to access their Gmail account at any point of time, right? At any point of time they should access their Gmail account. Like at 12 a.m. means at midnight or 12 a.m. we are going to access our Gmail, or at 5 a.m. we can use it, 12 p.m. we can use it, at any time we can use it. Such type of demand should be there from a end user or customer, 24 by 7 by 365. Now, we are going to explain you. Earlier I started with 100% availability of a web application is not possible. Now I am going to explain you with a scenario. What is that scenario? Let us suppose that we are having a web application which is residing on a server which is there in North America. Normally the time zone of North America is entirely different from that of Australia or that from the Asia. Now, in Asia, if you are having a daytime, in US they may be having a nighttime. Assume that whatever the web application that we want to access, which is actually located in North America, and the time zone at North America, assume that the web application is under maintenance. Now, when the web application is under maintenance in North America, where it is actually resided, if you try to access it from Asia, we are from India, so we are Asians. So if you try to access the web application at the same point of time when it was under maintenance in North America servers, then it is not possible to access it. So we say that 100% availability of web application may not possible. Now we are going to think about the next concept, discuss about the next concept called as content sensitive. What do you mean by content sensitive? See, here we are going to discuss about what are the factors that determines the quality of a web application. What are the factors that determine the quality of a web application? Now, in order to determine the quality of a web application, first of all, we need to discuss a concept called as a quality. How quality a web application is giving to its end users. First one is called as a quality, and the second one is called as aesthetics. How well you have designed it. Is look and feel of the web application is good or not? These two are going to give the concept of content sensitive. Now we are going to discuss about a next characteristics. That's what is called unpredictable load. What is that? Unpredictable load means what? Suppose that you have designed a web application like TikTok. It has become very popular. Crores of people are using it across the globe, right? So if that is the case, then maybe on Monday I may be having only 100 users for TikTok, but on Thursday, once it has become very popular, we may be having 10,000 users. So right, so like that we are going to discuss unpredictable load. Means what? Load cannot be predictable. If your web application is very popular, it becomes a heavy rush to access that web application. Now we are going to discuss the following things. One is the number of users using the web application is fixed? Obviously it is not fixed. No, it is not at all fixed. The number of users using the web application may vary greatly, right? See, from greatly in size or in magnitude from day to day, and for that only we have given examples. Okay, now we are going to discuss about the next concept. That's what is called as a performance. Now if a web application user must wait too long, okay, then definitely he or she may decide to go and use some other web application. What do you mean by performance? Let me give you an example for performance. Let us assume that you are using a web application, like suppose that you want to enter, you want to check your Gmail account, to check your emails. You have entered username and password, and if you click on the submit button, within fraction of seconds you will get into the inbox page. Suppose that what happens if it will take 10 minutes to go into the inbox page, we say that the performance is very poor. So nobody wants to access Gmail, wants to use Gmail. They better switch over to some other mails like Yahoo Mail or Rediff Mail or some other mails or Hotmails, etc., etc. Do you understand the performance concept? Now we are going to discuss about a concept that is called as a characteristic. Next characteristics, network intensiveness. Now under this we are going to discuss about where a web application resides. You know that a web application is always going to reside in a network or in an intranet or in an internet, okay, so that it can be accessed by wide range of clients. Now what a network may enable is the next question. What a network may enable? See, the network may enable the worldwide access. Worldwide access, whenever I use the word worldwide access, it is nothing but the internet, or a limited access that is within the corporate network, we say that it is a intranet. So how we can make the web applications available or network may be available? See, whenever you want to make the web application to be available, it should be residing whether it in an internet or an intranet. So where the network resides means it may be acting like an internet or intranet. Now we are going to discuss about the next concept called as concurrency. What do you mean by concurrency? See, more than one user will try to access the web application at the same point of time. For example, you are using Zoom, right? See, how many of you are using Zoom? For example, second years from CSC in Nirula College are using Zoom. Now all the second years, A section, B section, C section are using Zoom, okay, right now. At the same time, the same web application Zoom is accessed by third year students of CSC and fourth year students of CSC and all other departments, second year, third year, fourth years of ECE, EEE, IT, CSC, etc. etc. That is, I am talking about only in our college, right, Nirula. Similarly, we are having several colleges in AP, several colleges in India, several colleges and universities across the world wide web, across the globe. Now all of them may access, there is a chance that they may access the Zoom web application at the same point of time. So you should design in such a way, your web application in such a way that it should support the concept of concurrency. Means what? More than one users, when they are trying to access the same web application at the same point of time, we say that it concurrency. The next characteristic that what we are going to discuss is continuous evaluation. So under this we are going to discuss how the conventional application software evolves. So what do you mean by conventional application software? Means that all of you may be using a Windows operating system, it may be Windows 10. Assume that the latest version is Windows 10. Now before that Windows 8 was released. Now do you think that Windows 10 was released immediately, that is a day after Windows 8? Yes or no? No. Obviously no. Why? Because it is Windows is an operating system which is a conventional software. In order to develop that conventional software, we may require a strategical approach. Means what? A complete software process should be there. Right now from SDLC, requirement gathering phase, analysis phase, design phase, and then coding phase, and then testing phase, then support and maintenance phase, all these phases should be completed. So after Windows 8 was launched, after that it took almost 2 to 3 years for the Microsoft to bring it Windows 10. Such type of software are called as conventional application software. Whereas how the web applications evolve, now this is not the same case with web application. Web application may be updated by minute basis, by day basis. Means what? Today we may be having one web application which supports some functionality. Now we may be having some different web application which supports the same functionality on the next day itself. So on a minute by minute basis, web application needs to be evolved. So that is the point, that is continuous evaluation of web application should be done. And I am going to explain you with an example. Some of you may be having a Facebook account, or some of you may be having a Twitter account, right? Isn't it? Now in Twitter, on minute by minute basis, we may get the updates, isn't it? We have by minute basis, we may get the update in Twitter. So you should design a web application in such a way that it also may support the minute by minute updates. See, something may happen in the world minute by minute, and that thing should be tweeted by somebody else. So in order to support that, our web application should has the ability. Now the last concept, that's what we are going to deliver, is a data driven. Now under this we are going to see is what is the primary function of a web application. The major primary function of any web application is to present the information, isn't it? What type of information? Hypermedia information. What type of hypermedia information? Videos, audios, images, animations, PPTs, document files, PDF files, or information in any format. Okay, So such type of thing should be supported by our web application, which is the primary functionality of our application. Now what is the additional functionality of web application? The additional functionality of web application is not only to provide the content, but it has to also give the access to the corporate database. Means what? See, information about your data may be residing somewhere. For example, let me explain you with an example. Suppose that you are having Google account, right? So daily you are going to check your mails. Today you have checked your mails, yesterday you have checked your mails, and 1 month before you have checked your mails. Now even you can check the mails that are 1 month ago also, right? Why? How it is possible? Why? Because the Google is maintaining all your information in its database, Google database, right? So the web application should present information in terms of hypermedia, and as well as the additional functionality of web application is saying that to access via web application we can access the information that exists on databases, right? So this is about the various characteristics or unique nature of web application. I hope that you understood the concept well. Thank you.